Is that right? You know what? I don't even know. Still there's nobody here. Bring in the referee. Let's see how long does it take for people to show up. Hopefully not too long, because I kind of want to get this wrapped up quickly. But for now, I load mag. Can't really see. It's just too dark. Five, 6, 7. Still nobody. This is a great start. 9, 10, 11. Nope. 12. 13. Ow, 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 my leg. 14. 15. And still nobody. Why? Oh, we finally got somebody in. At least it looks like it. Nope, it left. This doesn't hurt that much. Now there's somebody in again. Daisy. Daisy! See if there's anything in the chat. No. Hi, Daisy. Oh, you're so cute. We've got Gears Lord. Gears, is that? Can't see. Gears iPod. I don't know why I said that was Lord. But how you doing? Welcome to so far the most boring stream I've been able to put together. And now all the dogs are right in front of me. Go over there. Go over there. You're still standing here, either way. So, this is the Skewer. It is currently my only 3D printed blaster. And I technically have another one, but that's a project blaster and is currently dead, so that doesn't count. I'm still tired, that's fair. So that one doesn't count right now. It needs a lot of love, like a lot. And then I also have a Cynthia, which is bent out of shape, so I have to fix that. And it's literally bent, so I have to figure that out. I do have this. This has always been my favorite 3D printed blaster. Where Calib burns, I sold it. I gave that away because I hated that thing. This one, on the other hand, I am keeping. I like this thing. I think it's got like the perfect grip, really good trigger, it's the perfect size, it's got the perfect weighting, it's really good T-pull, very accurate even without a scar muzzle, just because it's like perfectly centered and built. I think it looks beautiful. I love this thing. Recently, Busby has done this thing where they seem to get designers of stuff to help make their products. And I know Captain Slug was involved with designing the Rogue, which is really depressing because the Rogue was so abysmal that it's like, what were you doing, man? How did you mess up that badly? And this one, I ordered this thing on Etsy. So I have this thing custom printed and built from Etsy. So the print quality is really good and everything, but even then, just the design of this is really good. The design of the Caliburn is kind of really bad. It's not very good, honestly. But we literally and unironically got an off-brand, literally got an off-brand skewer from the person who made the skewer. Hello, Pessima enjoyer. How you doing? This blaster is so weird. It looks exactly like the skewer if it started melting. I don't really know. I know that a lot of people have wanted me to review this. Good, you. I'm very tired. I'm so tired that I feel like I'm just gonna fall asleep again at any point. I know that a lot of people have wanted me to review this blaster, and I got a lot of requests to cover the Twist Fury. But there's one problem. I couldn't find it anywhere. No retailers stocked it. None. I didn't see it at Target, I didn't see it at Walmart, I didn't see it at Dollar General, I didn't see it anywhere. I literally could not buy one. And I really didn't care because it's a $15 off-brand skewer. And I took a drive last night, and I was just kind of driving around, like probably for an hour and a half. I went pretty far, and ended up stopping at a Dollar General, and happened to find two of these things hidden all the way in the back up on a shelf. And it's been sitting there so long that it's got a thin layer of dust on it. This blaster is dusty. And it's in the package, and it's like, it's got like visible dust on the blaster. Like, this thing's been sitting there for an ungodly amount of time. So, I figured at this point, why not? Worst case scenario, I get a review out of it, and I wasted $15. So the title is not clickbait. This is literally a dollar store, a Dollar General retailer that sold this thing versus a $100 custom built 3D printed skewer. Let's get into it. Obviously, I've brought this for a referee because I have to know. Now, I have used one of these things, but it was an insanely long time ago, and I only fired one shot out of it. I did not use the blaster for more than like a second. Okay, so I can't break the stupid plastic ties. That's great. That's a good start. And also, knowing Busby's packaging, this is just going to disintegrate everywhere as I start opening it. Oh my god! I can't cut these. I can't cut them. I have to go find some kind of scissors or something to cut them. What the hell? That is insane. Why can't I cut it? We don't have scissors. What am I supposed to do? Find scissors. Where's the scissors? Here's the scissors. Thought I had everything. No, I don't. Any chat while I've been gone? Average Dollar General. Oh. Cake. Oh my gosh. Like, takes so much force to cut these. Out. And then we have the obligatory darts, and that can just go in the garbage. And of course, the darts are taped in from every possible side. Make them as hard to remove as possible. Why so much tape? I don't know. This is big companies. That's how big companies are. God. The darts out. There we go. Got brand new AccuBlast darts. I have started seeing AccuBlast dart refills, so seems like Busby's getting these things out on store shelves, but most of the time they are green and blue, so they look exactly like waffle heads, so it's very hard to tell which ones are AccuBlast darts and which ones are waffle heads. So if for some reason you are obsessed with these and you want to get these, make sure you're looking at the title because they literally look exactly like waffle heads. Plastic quality. Right out of the box, it is very creaky. That's Busby for you. And covered in hair. So much hair that it's not even funny because that's Busby. It is like actually pretty dirty, and it's got visible lubricant in the cylinder thing. Yeah. Grip. They ruined the Skewer's grip entirely. The trigger's better, but the grip is infinitely worse. Oh my god, this is horrible compared to the Skewer. Are you kidding me? Why? Busby, why do you ruin everything you touch? Oh, that's depressing. Look at how the grip gets big up at the top. Look how big the grip gets up here. That's where your hand has to go. That's so wide. Look how wide this is. It's useless to be that wide. There is no reason why it should be so wide. The only way to make this comfortable is to hold it like this from the side and pull the trigger like all the way back here. Otherwise, it is unbearably bad. It is horribly uncomfortable. This thing, oh god, I hate that. I hate that already. Oh no. Oh, this is so much better. No. Why? Why does the grip have to be bad? I have to test it. Oh my god. Ugh. So the grip is a great start. Let's try the priming handle. It's got an insanely good seal, and the prime feels really good actually. But get a load of this. That's a good seal. Out of a stock Busby blaster, I am impressed by that. That is pretty good. Busby, my God. Mag release is impossible. That is the most force I have ever seen to remove a mag. And it's not loosening up at all. So that's wonderful. Obviously it doesn't have a skinny pusher, it is completely stock. Why would it have a skinny pusher? It has, what kind of a breech does it use? No, it uses like a long shot breech. Of course it does. So it doesn't use a proper breech like the other one does, which means this is all the barrel and all this is just drag. How wide is the barrel? Doesn't look like it'll impede performance that much. And if you're using wide-headed darts, it might, but otherwise I don't think it will. So far, mag release is bad, and also the mag release, because of the fact that this is stretched so far, the mag release is way over here. You can't hit it with your hand the way that you can with the skewer, just using your knuckle or just pushing your knuckle forwards to hit it. You just can't do that. So that's another point in favor of the skewer. I know what everybody's gonna say, it's $15, what do you expect? It's made by the same person who made the skewer. I would expect things that were at least close to the same par as the skewer, but the grip is ruined, the mag release is ruined, and the mag insertion, at least with the included mag, is ruined. But that's not really fair, because Busby mags are notorious for being some of the worst that you can possibly buy. So let me get a Nerf mag and try it. Here's an original Stampede mag. So let's try this. I do like the T-pull. That doesn't feel good. Nope, the mag release and insertion is just universally incredibly bad. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can push the mag too far into the blaster. You can push it in that far. It's got to go in that far. But you can very much still, especially with the amount of force it takes to put the mag in, push it way too far. You have to be, oh my God, why do you have to be that deliberate with the mag? Who made this thing? Are you kidding me? How is it possible for them to have screwed so many things up so bad? I just wanted it to be, like, decent, livable, something that I wouldn't mind testing. This is why I don't make Nerf reviews as often as I used to. This is the kind of stuff that I have to put up with. Oh, it's awful. Okay, so obviously, included mag is not very good. And then using Nerf mags isn't much better. And God, that grip. Like, my thumbs started going down here to try and negate the horrible misery that is this grip. And it sucks, because the rest of the grip's fine. It's just this top part that is so bad. But, give this thing a few shots. Are you gonna make a video about this blaster? It's the only value this thing has left. It literally has absolutely nothing else at this point. I will never use this. I will never bother modding this. This is a blaster that I will probably either return to the store, use as a project blaster, or just linger in my collection until I eventually give it away. God, Busby's mags suck. Nightshade. Help, I'm being held here against my will by garbage. Alright, so let's try the actual skewer first. Just to like get the referee. Good grip, solid T-pull. Doesn't need a skinny push. It has skinny pusher, didn't even need to do that. Aim. 150, probably actually 200 FPS. I'm not sure. Oh, I have to screw that back in. That's an issue. Five left. Really good. I like this blaster. Now let's try the stupid mobile, the stupid machine. Doesn't have a skinny pusher. Just shove the mag in way too hard. It can pinch your hand. That's great. And then average Nerf performance. This grip. Oh no. Oh, it's worse. Because doesn't make it to the door. So 70 odd, roughly. So because the grip is so wide and because it's a skewer, as you prime it, all the weight goes right here in the wide part, which means you have maximum force pushing straight against this bone and this one. That is the worst. That is the worst. Hershey, it sucks. It sucks. String Bean, why does it suck? Why does it suck so bad? Why is it so bad? I don't want it to be bad. I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to at least be decent. Like, oh my gosh, Daisy, I'm giving Hershey attention. Your head is in her ass. Move your head. Daisy, put your head over there. I'm actually like furious. I'm actually like furious beyond belief. Because I have to test this now. I have to, Hershey. Your face. Put your face somewhere else. I'm actually like, I'm furious because this is something that I didn't have high hopes for, but I at least had the hopes that it would be a blaster that I could live with. Like, I don't need 150 FPS. I don't need super good plastic quality. I don't need the best grip in the world. I can manage some relatively bad grips and be fine with it. Like, for example, oh no, I recently got the Elite 2.0 Commander. Thinking of exchanging it with the Strong Arm. Yes, please exchange it. But hi, breakfast dinner. Like, literally, I cannot make this up. This idiot is more comfortable. Like, this is way more comfortable. This is way more usable. If this was a T-pole blaster like that, ignoring the fact that it's got batteries in it, so kind of compensating for that a little bit, this is a way better grip. This. What are you doing in the corner? Out of the corner. Why is this Roblox blaster from, this is 2021, right? This is one of the launch Roblox blasters, and it is like thrashed to death because I found it at Cashies. Yeah, this is a 2021 release. Why does this feel so much better than the Twist Fury? It's a Roblox blaster. It literally is not designed for ergonomics. It is designed to look dumb and make kids who are violently obsessed with Roblox beg and scream and whine and complain until their parents buy it for them. That is the point of this thing. Why does that feel better than this, who was designed by the same person who made the real one? I can't even shoot these now because all the dogs are over here. But that is so bad. There's 5 left. I only shot 10 rounds. It felt like I shot 20. Compared to the Twist Fury. That is awful. That is so unbelievably bad. I need to compose myself and collect all my darts. 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 8. Identification of Dart Blaster. It's baffling. It is actually insanity to me how Busby can destroy everything they touch. Every single thing. Every single thing. It doesn't matter who designs it. They will ruin it all. I'm as disappointed as you. Majority of new Nerf from what I feel doesn't even equal half the quality of the old ones. It doesn't. It literally does not equal even a third of the quality of the old ones. I swear to God, I met this kid the other day who was at our Nerf war, and he was using the new N series stuff. And he was using like the agility and the pinpoint. And there was some guy who was selling like old N strike blasters. He tried to stampede, and his mind was expanded beyond the realm of possibility that even freaking transcends this world. He was so impressed by the stampede. The stampede! If you've ever used a stampede, you know what the stampede is. It's giant, it's way too heavy, it's clunky and dumb, and it hardly even works. And he thought it was the coolest thing in the entire world. How? How is Nerf so bad now? They say it's for kids, but when kids themselves are so impressed by older Nerf blasters, what are you even supposed to say? You can't say anything. Old Nerf blasters are the it's for kids peak. Because yes, it was for kids, but it was for everybody else too. Anybody who liked the blasters could enjoy them. If you were 8 years old or 18. If you were 10 years old or 20. It didn't matter. Because the experience of using one was just as memorable and just as fun, regardless of how old you were, or regardless of what you liked doing in Nerf. If you got an Alpha Trooper when you were young, you'd still enjoy that Alpha Trooper 15 years later, because it's smooth, it's reliable, it's comfortable, it looks good, it feels good, it works the way it's supposed to. Yeah, it's not really moddable, so you can't really, I mean, the original Alpha Trooper isn't that moddable, at least. The Elite one is way more moddable, but you can do stuff with it. You can enjoy the blaster. It just seems like Nerf nowadays is so segregated. Like, you have one half of the spectrum that is only for little kids, only for people who are between the ages of like 5 and 10. And then you have the other side of the spectrum, which is blasters that are only for 18 years and older, only for the adult hobbyists. Like, this is the perfect example. This is literally the perfect example. You have this thing, which is, this is horrible. This is like literally the most annoyingly bad blaster I've used in a while. It is made like garbage. It feels horrible in the hand. The grip is just too big at the top. The teeth hole is very soft. It doesn't work that well. It's a blaster. It works moderately well. Daisy, can you scratch somewhere else? Your tail flag thingy is like right there. And she farted in my face. So now it stinks over here. You have this thing which is like only for little kids. If you are any kind of age, you really can't enjoy this. This is bad. And then you have Daisy, go somewhere else. And then you have this one, which is way better. It's way more comfortable. It's way more refined, but it shoots way harder. It's got the metal barrel. It's got all these metal parts to it. It's 3D printed. It's more fragile. If you drop this thing from a really high height, it'll probably crack. It might snap in half. This is only for adult hobbyists. This is not something that I would want to give to like a little kid who is just barely getting into Nerf. And even if they were responsible enough, it's still way harder to prime than a regular Nerf blaster. This one isn't even that hard to prime. But compared to like Nerf blasters, this is hard. This is way more difficult to prime and use than a regular Nerf blaster for someone who isn't very strong. And it's like, why would you buy anything new from Nerf when there's piles of Elite Blast available on eBay and the like? Yeah, also we have the option of X-Shot. My Delta Trooper to the airport security. At least the sub, my answer, Elite Strife. How'd you lose it? They just took it from you. That's illegal. But like, why can't we not go back to the days of stuff like this? Where it's like, yeah, it doesn't shoot very hard, but look at it. It looks great. It's insanely comfortable in the hand. It's got a good trigger. The rate of fire isn't very good. The performance isn't very good, but it works. It's usable. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can enjoy using this thing. You can still use this thing. Like, it's not about the usability of the blaster. It's about the experience of using it. That has gone away. It's like that's not even considered anymore. Nobody considers it. It's always just what shoots the hardest or what feels the best. Or no, not what feels the best even. Just what shoots the hardest. What's the most accurate? I've been wanting to make a Nerf rant for a while over how this hobby has changed, but I don't know how to really construct my thoughts. Because this is my opinion generally, is the whole allure of Nerf versus gel blasters, paintball, airsoft, or any of the other ones has always been the experience. The ability to pick up a Nerf blaster and not have any idea how it works. And then just get into it and realize, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And then it's fun to use as well. You got this thing, it's an automatic sprayer. You've got all the barrels exposed on the front. There's no priming handle. How does it work? You pull the trigger and then it goes, oh cool, so it primes and fires itself. That's a fun mechanism. It's slow and clunky and pretty much unusable, but hey, it works. It's fun. And it seems like nowadays, especially with the debut of this, my one true love, but still this, it really seems like Nerf is trying to copy airsoft more and more. This is a blaster that feels like an airsoft blaster. This feels like something that I would get from airsoft. And granted, if I got this from airsoft, it would probably be more expensive. It would be like all black, and with just the orange barrel, and that would be it. It would be an airsoft blaster, just like every other airsoft blaster. And then if you compare it to other airsoft blasters, it falls apart. And there's the real problem. It falls apart. So if you were going this far and you were like looking at this thing like airsoft, what's stopping you from just going over to airsoft? That allure is gone. It's not the same. And I love this thing. I love this thing to death. But it's not the same as the Stampede. It's not like the Stampede. It's very different. It's new, it's different, it's more innovative, but it's more complicated. It's got bells and whistles in it that have never even been seen by frickin' the Nerf community, other than like the frickin' BK1S. But Bisten Bork. It's annoying. I'm sick of making videos where I say something really good or really bad about the blaster. Pay for some of mine. Some of me, yeah. It's like, what I like about making videos, especially like the older ones, is that reviewing Nerf and Strike blasters and Dart Tag blasters and stuff like that, there's good things to say and there's bad things to say. Any blaster falls like in the middle. Even like stupid, ridiculous ones like the Snapfire 8, a catastrophic failure of a blaster that hardly even exists anymore because they're all broken and they were just all thrown away. Hang on, is that the guy? I might have to wrap this up. Nope. That thing was a failure. That thing, every single one of them, almost all of them are broken. There's like nothing to save them. We got Pestamon Joyer, welcome back. A Green Nightshade. Actually feels like they're reviving old Nerf. Hi Shadow B. Does your Twist Fury have the Alpha Trooper Syndrome too? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know is that this thing freaking sucks. It is like infuriatingly bad. It is really, 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 really bad. But like even the Snapfire 8, there are things that I like about it. I love the way it looks. I love the grip. I love the trigger pull. I love the way it works. Just like the way it feels to use is fun. It's cool. There's nothing else like it. Oh, the Desperado is like it. No, it's not. Not even the slightest. The Desperado has a big, heavy trigger pull that takes your whole hand to pull down, and then the whole thing like clanks in your hand when you shoot it. The Snapfire 8 is quiet, very easy to use, very light trigger pull, and it shoots. And it works. Why is the world on fire, by the way? I don't know. The Power Bell, don't even get me started on that thing. That thing's great. I love that blaster. On that note, the Swarmfire, the Speedload 6, the Quick 16, there are things that are bad about those, yes. Like the Speedload 6 and Quick 16, they're very impossible to mod. They're so hard to mod that it's like pretty much a death sentence if you decide to mod one. A lot of Dart Tag blasters are impossible to mod. They are very freaking hard to mod. But the experience of using one is great. And Strike blasters. The Mag Strike, the Stampede, the original Alpha Trooper, the Maverick, the Vulcan. They're great. They're just good blasters. They're fun. They're cool. It doesn't matter how freaking hard it shoots. It's fun to use. That's the point. The point of Nerf is to have fun. If you can't have fun because you're too obsessed with FPS, then what are you even here for? What are you doing? I'm sure people are gonna get mad at me for saying that. But if you're mad at me for calling you out for being too stuck up in FPS to care about the experience of using your blaster in any way, then you're part of the problem. I don't know how else to put it. I'm going to read back up on chat. How's the N-Series Elite... my God. I mean, you being End Strike Elite Strife as a primary and the Strong Arm as a secondary. That's pretty normal. That's a pretty good one. So should we talk about something positive? End Strike Strife. I feel like they get good together. They do work pretty good together. And, like, we can talk about something positive. It's just this is something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. And this is literally the example that I've been trying to find to set it. The Twist Fury versus the Skewer is the reason why I just don't like nerfing as much as I used to. And I really don't. Like, if you guys have noticed, I don't make reviews as often as I used to. And it's not even because I just don't have time. It's because I just don't want to. I don't like it anymore. It's not the same. Doesn't matter what I say. I'm going to get criticized for what I have to say because I am not on the same thinking process as other Nerf hobbyists. I don't care how hard a blaster hits. I want to like using it. And I don't want to hear how a blaster's made for kids. So every terrible thing that's about it is instantly justified by that statement that kids are too stupid to care. They're not. They're smart enough. They'll know when they know when they've been ripped off. Fun over function. Why can't function and fun be the same thing? Why can't they be together? Like End Strike blasters or End Strike Elite blasters. Elite blasters were the peak of fun and function being combined into the same thing. Up until like the very, very end. And obviously a Link had some bad blasters here and there. Sure. But like, take pretty much any Elite blaster you can think of besides like the very end of them. You had the Titan CS50, you had the Rhino Fire, you had the Rapid Strike, the Strife, the Strong Arm, the stinking, the Hail Fire, the Stratabow, the Dual Strike. You've got blasters that just exist to be goofy and do a good job at doing it. That just isn't the case anymore. It's so rare to see something that's actually kind of innovative. Like, I think that the only thing that Nerf has innovated in the past several years, like 5 years at least, is the N-Series Infinite. The chain on that is cool. It's an awesome design. It's very usable. It's very easy to get used to, and it works well. It's good. The way that the Infinite works is good. It uses a traditional breach mechanism. It's a good idea, good design, good execution, and the blaster itself is pretty good too. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. That's the reason why I have the N-Series Infinite like on my best blasters of 2024 list. It's the first thing out of Hasbro to actually innovate in a way that's fun. The Infinite felt like an old N-Strike or N-Strike Elite blaster. And I like it. I really like using it. I still use it sometimes. I just take it down and I play with it. Just because. But most of the time, I got nothing. I mean, all the other N-Series blasters fall into the same tragedy line that I have described. They are either specifically built to be efficient, or they're specifically built to be quirky. They can't be both. It's annoying. I have pretty high hopes for the Galactic Commander. It looks great. I want to get one, I just can't right now. I can't afford it right now. But I'm working on that. I will review it. I will absolutely get the Galactic Commander. I will review that. I think the Dart Zone Primus is fine. It doesn't look bad. Like, the Dart Zone Primus doesn't look bad, but I'm not really that interested in it just because I know it's just a Mark III flipped upside down. So there's not much for me to really be excited about. The Boxer Pro has me very worried. They can either do insanely good or insanely bad, and I really hope that it's good. I really, really hope it's good. God. I'm in school. Nightwolf, go back to school. What the heck? You should have funky looking guns with good performance. That's what Dart Zone's trying to do. Every single Dart Zone blaster is weird. In some way, shape, or form, they're all a little bit weird. But Dart Zone fails in their quality department. If Dart Zone worked perfectly, then there really wouldn't be much to complain about. Because most of their blaster designs are good. Like, there are some, like, crappy ones here and there. Like, the Outlaw has a hammer that's way too hard to pull down. You need to be, like, friggin' Hercules to pull it down comfortably. I can pull it down, but it's not a pleasant experience to do that, so I don't like it. I've seen 4.6 stars in the Galactic Commander sometimes. I'm not saying the Galactic Commander is bad. I'm just saying I physically cannot get one right now. Like, unless someone makes a gigantic donation, I won't be able to get one. But the only one who does donations is Phase 1 Foam, and even then he hasn't done one in a while. So, odds are that's not going to happen, and I don't really care about that happening because I don't care about money. But I will eventually get one. I will eventually review it. But, like, I think the Striker 2 wasn't very good, like, in general. It just isn't a good blaster. A lot of the older weird ones, like the original Nexus Pro and Max Striker, are just abysmal. The Aeon Pro is literally one of the worst blasters I have ever seen from them. But, like, most of the other ones, in fact, all the other ones that I can think of, if they were just not bad in the quality department, the Mark 1.2, the Mark 2.1, the Mark 3, the Mark 4, the Nexus Pro X, the Aeon Pro X, the Solo, the Cricket, like everything, I literally wouldn't complain. If they just worked, I wouldn't even complain about them because they're great designs. Dart Zone is literally just throwing money into a fire. They're literally just throwing money into a fire because they're constantly so close to being like the best blasters, and they just aren't because they don't want to be. They want to be greedy, and it's keeping them from being the best that they can be. While Zero X Shot's just taking the money out of the fire and putting it in their own pocket, doing stuff like the piston pump. What is your YouTube logo based on? It's a snake with a crucifix in the eye. So it's like it's just annoying. It's just annoying in general. Like, every company has their pros and cons. I still think that in general, Buzzbee is way worse than Nerf because of stuff like this. They either don't do anything at all, what they do is incredibly boring and half-baked, and or they just do not care at all. And they output garbage for a budget price with the intent of outputting garbage at a budget price. What else is there to say? Like, I would say the line is like Buzzbee, Dart Zone, Nerf, and the X Shot. What is your view on the X Shot Chaos line? Really good. It's a really good idea. It's very freaking easy. Just get a blaster, cover it in Picatinny rails, and then have little plastic things that you can attach Picatinny attachments to. Done. You win. You can throw things together and make it look like a PDK Films thumbnail. Officially. You don't have to cheat your way to victory doing that. You can literally just do it because that's a thing that they let you do. That's cool. I like that. It's freaking hilarious and stupid and fun, and the blasters themselves aren't half bad. The Rage Fire is so good. I love that blaster so much. Then they have other things like the Smoking Barrel one, where you put in water and it turns into steam. It has a steam emitter on it to make the barrel smoke. That's freaking cool. Nothing else does that. Even the Gunsmoke, you had to get little weird refillable packs to make them do that. You don't have to do that with this one. You have the freaking Mad Mega Barrel, which is literally a blaster with an onion ring. You prime the blaster by putting your arm through the onion ring, and then the whole onion ring turns. That's just silly. That's so stupid. And then, like, you have other blasters, too. There are blasters from this line. Like, the Clipmania is fine. I think the Clipmania is probably one of the worst ones out of all of them. I don't think it's very good, but it's not really bad either. And then you have other things like the little single-shot one. It's fine. It's got picoting attachments on it. You just attach it to things. You got the one that competes with the Elite 2.0 Eagle Point. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't need one. I'm not going to get one. If I do get one, I'm probably not even going to review it because it's boring. I haven't reviewed my Eagle Point yet. I still got to do that. But, like, Zero Insanity is fine. I think Nerf loadout's, like, dead in the water. I don't think it even comes close to Modulus. I know what the whole point of Nerf loadout is to be like the new Modulus. But the problem is that, unlike Modulus, which was insanely innovative and every blaster was different, Nerf loadout is literally just the same handful of blasters, like 2 blasters. Both are 6-shot cylinder-fed blasters. One's bolt action, and one's pump action. And there's like 6 different versions of them. Think about that for a minute. God, my face is hideous. And then you have the Galactic Commander, which is like the holy good one. I don't know. Mismatched colors. Yep. Mismatched colors. The Meteor. That's the little tiny one. Yep. But I think I've rambled for long enough. Moral of the story is, shockingly, the dollar store version of the Skewer is unusably bad. I just got right by making all the attachments work regardless of Modulus blaster you smack them on. They all look like they belong, and simultaneously don't. And that's the fun part, is finding one that works really good and fits your personality and playstyle. But with all that said, thank you guys for watching.